Hello and welcome to bloodstockauction.com. We're gearing up for the second of our auctions. The first was fantastic, $175,000 in gross sales and a clearance rate of 82.5%. That was 27 lots. Today we have 35 for you. Bloodstockauction.com, well, it caters for racehorses, yearlings, weanlings, stallions, broodmares and off the track. Sit back, relax, enjoy the ensuing few minutes to give you a lesson about bloodstockauction.com. We'll come back on the other side of the break with some very, very special guests, but here is an indication of what you can expect from bloodstockauction.com.
Are you looking to buy or sell a horse? Maybe a broodmare, tried racehorse or even a yearling? Are you sick of paying high entry fees to sales, paying agistment while you wait for sale day to arrive? Add on transport costs, staff costs, and the lost time spending a few days at the sales? What about your horse? Having to travel across the country to a sales complex, spending time in unfamiliar surroundings, exposure to large numbers of potentially disease-spreading horses, not to mention unnecessary stress on pregnant mares, and risk of injury to young and valuable racing stock. All this after paying a big entry fee and even bigger commission. There is a better way. 100% online. Bloodstockauction.com gives you all the benefits of a live auction without the unnecessary expenses and headaches. Held on the first and third Tuesday of every month and bidding open for 5 days prior, the next sale is never far away. Inspections are welcomed and encouraged. Vetting can occur prior to bidding and there is plenty of time for potential buyers to make all necessary inquiries. Pedigrees, photos, race records, all at your fingertips and with 5 full days of bidding from the largest possible audience. Trading horses has never been easier. Log on and become a member today. Bloodstockauction.com, delivering the sales ring to you.
So it's now time for more information regarding bloodstockauction.com and how it all works. Joining me, the director from bloodstockauction.com is Anthony Gaffer. Anthony, how are you doing? And you must have been pretty pleased with the first of the auctions.
Yeah, look, the feedback that we've got after that first auction was remarkable. People selling horses and people buying horses. The guys who have bought horses are extremely happy with their buys, and we'll talk about some of the results a little bit later on. But yeah, even the guys selling horses, just especially the simplicity of being able to move the horse, and happy with the results.
Miracle, welcome once again.
Thanks,
it was pretty impressive, wasn't it? A lot of feedback I know you grabbed as well from people out and about.
Yeah, it was very impressive, Dale, and the feedback that I received was outstanding, and a lot of the people I was talking to have been waiting for something like this for a long time, and it's finally here, and they're going to jump on board, I've got no doubt, because some of the results from the first auction were very, very good.
Very pleasing indeed. $175,000 in gross sales, a clearance rate of 82.5%. We had 27 lots. We've got 35 lots today.
Yeah, look, we've got we've got 35 lots, and yeah, it's fair to say this second catalogue's probably better than the first. So people are starting to get a little bit of momentum and confidence.
It's a good mix, 17 racehorses, 10 broodmares, 3 in foal, 2 with a foal at foot, 6 yearlings and 2 off the track as well. But there is some questions to be asked. People can go to the live chat, just go to the bottom right hand corner of the webpage and fire away your questions, and we'll have our crew answer them for you as soon as we possibly can. Feedback from the vendors, Anthony, after auction number 1 was pleasing.
Yeah, look, just especially the fact that it was just so easy for them to list a horse, being able to get themselves, like some of the owners of these farms or some of their staff, to go out, take some snapshots of a horse, some video footage, and it's just easy. The horses aren't getting shuffled around the countryside for no reason, and they're happy with the results. Yeah, the results were happy. They were pleasing. If you have a look at the lots that went through, I think they actually exceeded some of the vendors' expectations, so no, definitely very happy.
One of the questions I was asked a lot, Anthony, and I think you're the one to answer it, was how long do they have after they purchase a horse to remove it?
Yeah, that actually, through our online question, you can get online and you can actually ask questions. And that was probably the most commonly asked question, to be fair. At the fall of the hammer, the payment is due instantly, but they do have 5 days to complete the payment process. And within those 5 days also is when the horse needs to be moved. However, sometimes logistically it's not possible to move the horse, and having done one auction really proved that sometimes they do need a couple of extra days. We had vendors contact us saying, look, we've been contacted by the purchaser, or we're waiting to hear from the purchaser. So there were some not issues, but some things that did arise.
Hiccups.
It's quite simple. At the end of the day, after the 5 days, there is an adjustment. There is actually an adjustment if the purchaser hasn't contacted the vendor. The adjustment is $100 a day, unless they make an agreement. Now, we know that just from the feedback we received for the first sale, most people who had purchased horse had moved it within that time frame. But there was, I think, 6 or 7 guys or 6 or 7 people who had bought a horse, needed that extended period of time, and they just agreed, and they just copped the normal adjustment fee.
Well, speaking of moving horses, we're going to provide our good folk out there with some information right now regarding horse transport.
Do you need to transport a horse? Are you unsure of what companies service your trip? Would you rather spend time doing other things than calling around collecting multiple quotes? Have you got better things to do than search endlessly for reviews and profiles on transport companies? Are you sure you're paying a fair price? No? Welcome to horsetransporter.com.au, where you'll find everything you need to transport your horse, including the best price. Simply enter the origin and destination you require into the site. Enter a few more details specific to your trip, like the date you require, the type of horse, and the purpose of the trip. Click the Submit button, and your request is sent to all registered companies that service your route. In just a few minutes, quotes for your job return to your screen. Compare company profiles and reviews, compare dates and durations, and compare pricing. Select the best fit for your needs and proceed with the booking. Horsetransporter.com.au is 100% free to use. Simple. Let us take the headache out of booking your transport, giving you the confidence that your horse is being transported by the right company at the right price. Horsetransporter.com.au, the easiest way to book horse transport in Australia.
So there is plenty of information for you in relation to horse transport and how it can assist you through the sale. But there's a lot of more questions to be asked as well. You can either do that at the bottom right hand corner and click on live chat, or go on the site to the frequently asked questions, which we'll ask a couple of them right now. Anthony, what is the process if I want to sell a horse, regardless of the category, whether it's a broodmare or a yearling or a racehorse? I've got a horse, I want to sell it. What do I have to do? Yeah,
so basically, there's 5 simple steps. That's the bottom line. We've made this as simple as possible. Obviously you're the owner of the horse. You need to be a member. The first thing is you need to be a member to be able to sell a horse. And
you just sign up on the website.
You just sign up on the website. And in actual fact, since our first auction, we were quite fortunate. There were I think 300 additional organic members that have just come on side and become members since our last.
Fantastic.
Yeah, so it's really good. So now we're up to about 1,200 members, which is really good. Yeah, but to get off track there. But basically, as far as selling a horse, you'll understand what category, if it's a racehorse or a broody or whatever it may be, and you'll basically get on the site, and there's 5 simple steps. You need to have the images, you need to have videos. Videos aren't mandatory, but as we all know, if you can't see the horse, it's going to be...
can only help yourself.
It can only help.
Video up there.
It can only help. I mean, a pedigree page with broodmares and some of the categories, if they've got a proven race record, the pedigree page tells us enough. Mm-hmm. But, the photos and videos do definitely help, So, these are the important parts of selling a horse. And, look, some people aren't so tech-savvy. So, if you're not so user-friendly online, well, you can actually contact our office and we can actually do it for you.
You can organise the insurance.
As far as insurance goes, the insurance is conducted after the fall of the hammer.
Yep.
So if you opt to take out insurance after the fall of the hammer, well then you opt to take that.
Okay, and how long does the bidding go for, and when does it end?
Yeah, so the bidding goes for 5 days prior to the final countdown. The final countdown is on the 1st and 3rd Tuesday of every month.
Yep.
and the 5 days prior, which gives people enough time to be able to go and do their research on the horses and understand, or they can even conduct inspections, as we previously spoke about, whether they engage a bloodstock agent or whether a vet. Exactly right. There are vets on the site that people can jump on the site and nominate a vet that is listed there on the site.
Those memberships are free online too, by the way. There's no charge to become a member at bloodstockauction.com. We mentioned insurance. What happens if the horse I purchase hypothetically gets injured after the sale?
Good question. Good question, Dale. So once the horse is sold at the fall of the hammer, it is the responsibility of the purchaser. So at the fall of that hammer, you have the opportunity to click for insurance. So it is your responsibility to take a mortality insurance.
Yeah.
And that gives you, it's like a cover note, I guess.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's a cover note. But there is also the opportunity to take out full insurance on the horse.
Can I have the horses scoped as well?
Definitely. Prior to the sale, you can conduct a scope, so you know what you're bidding for. Obviously, the vendor has to work in with you to allow the scope to be conducted. But even at the fall of the hammer, for racehorses and yearlings, you're able to conduct a scope at the fall, even after the fall of the hammer. You've got 2 days.
Yeah.
So at the fall of the hammer, you've got 2 days to coordinate the scope.
If I buy a horse, when do I pay?
Instantly, pretty much.
Yep.
So at the fall of the hammer, that horse is now yours. You're responsible for payment. The reason we do this is you have got 5 days, but payment is payable instantly, because we're not in the business of holding money. We're in the business of moving the funds instantly to the vendors. So they've decided they want to sell a horse. Well, it's part of our responsibility to chase up the funds and move the funds directly to the vendor.
But occasionally I'm tipping that there'll be people watching the sales and they just instinctively, for whatever reason, want to buy a horse.
Yeah.
And they may not have everything prepared, and they just go ahead and buy the horse. So I'm tipping that, I could be one of those people. So I'm just thinking
That's what I was leading
5 days, Anthony, is pretty good.
Yeah, look, 5 days is plenty of time to coordinate that. But yeah, it's online shopping.
Yes.
It's just like online shopping. What happens? People go there. Sometimes they don't go to purchase anything, but they're there and they get caught up and they think, well, this horse is probably worth $40,000. Oh, it's only at $10,000. I might as well place a bid, and then next thing you know, you've bought the horse.
Yes.
Yeah, but then after the sale, they have still got the 5 days to ensure that they get the funds together, because it is payable.
So folks, don't forget to go to the bottom right hand corner of the page, click on live chat and fire away some questions, just in case we haven't answered them for you thus far. Let's refer back to auction number 1. Your top seller, just over 30k, was Sigmund, who was performed well during the sale. Yeah,
look, he prior to the sale, he went up to Ipswich and had a win. He then has even raced in a listed race, and it just goes to prove that horses can stay in full work and go under the hammer.
What about Dackerby? He was placed
at the Gold Coast.
He was placed, and Supercoach
on Wednesday afternoon. Fantastic. Up there at Stoomben, ran second. Nice race at about 10 or 12 to 1 as well.
Good result for the lucky owners that purchase those
very much
horses.
So. Yeah, very much so.
Great.
Well, a win is looming by the looks of it for Supercoach. Is there anything else we need to know before we press on for lot number 1?
No, mate. I just make sure you remember. I think it's important. People are coming online. You've got to make sure you're logged in, which is one of the important ones. You can't obviously trade or buy or sell horses if you're not logged in. You need to be logged in. And look, I just encourage you people to get on board. We've had success to date, so why not get on?
Word is getting around, Miracle. The advertising campaign on Sky Sports Radio as well, bloodstockauction.com. They're getting a few of the media are talking about it, and auction number 2 is going to be big.
Big studs are jumping on board as well, so the quality is getting better and better all the time.
All right, folks, there it is. Auction number 2 is just about to get underway.